Last time you had just finished exploring the were-rat den and was able to um, parlay with their general uh, Grizz or Gurig. Why would they name it so difficult to pronounce? Gurigs. Gurigs. So you parlayed with their general, and he bit Findak on the shoulder, and Findak believes that he has contracted the were-rat curse. He didn't really. Mechanically, he didn't, but he thinks he did.
But he totally thinks he did.
And he's real. He seems pretty happy about it. That was the condition. Pretty much was like it was like a blood pact. Is what Grizgig was getting at. He's like, well, now you're my brother, and what happens to our kin is will involve you too. And basically was like, I'll give you 30 days. But he's still going to attempt to attack the city dwellers of Corvosa because they had been. I don't know if you remember from last time, but the citizens of Corvosa had started, persecuting the were-rat community, hunting them down, effectively just, you know, chasing them down to alleys, beating them to death. Uh, and you were approached by this woman to go down into the were-rat den. This woman was Yellow Eyes. Arena Yellow Eyes, I believe. Yes, Aries Yellow Eyes. She's a were-rat and turned out to be a den mother to one of the were-rats that was in that den. One of the lower, like not high ranking. He was just a soldier down there. But he was able, because you had been sent here by Yellow Eyes, you were able to gain, that was how you were able to gain the parlay with Gurigs. And so yeah, you were leaving the sewers, and we'll say that, what is, you had fought the Rat King like while you were like leaving the were-rat den area. Massive swarm of rats that was sentient and summoned three smaller like swarms of rats. And luckily, Kaylin was there because she was outputting some serious damage. And
I did anything.
But now she's not here, so now maybe Findak. Now you're boned because she's not here. The emissary of what is the god that she follows there? What was that? I mentioned it in there. Oh, okay. Lord Oberon. An emissary of Lord Oberon, who is the patron god of Kaelin, opens a portal and summons the elf to an urgent quest. She knows that she has no choice but to leave immediately with the emissary. She bids you a quick adieu, and they are quickly gone. So it was Mithrandir and Findak, and possibly, Redrick? Maybe?
What?
What's he gonna go do?
He gets drugged with her to do a special quest
Okay.
or something. I don't know what is it that he's doing, Findak?
Um, he's gonna go check on his cousin at my place and
There
make
you
sure
go.
they're
Works.
doing their
Okay,
work.
sure. He goes to
Pay
do that.
back for the money I paid for his niece.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Totally. Um, but for right now, we'll say that he's with the party. As you approach the sewer exit, you can see off into the distance the light of the city, the sun beginning to set. And now it is late in the day. You've spent the whole day in the sewer, but you can see in the distance the old woman's body silhouetted. That must be Eris Yellow Eyes, waiting eagerly to hear what you have to report. And she sees you as you emerge from the sewer entrance. Oh, tell me, what happened? What what happened down there? Did any of my kin fall to your sword?
Yeah.
No, somehow.
She sniffs the air a little bit, and she can smell the scent of rat blood on you.
Oh yeah,
She
Toymaker
takes
rats.
she takes a step backwards and transforms. She hisses at you. Why do you smell like rat blood?
Because I got bit by Grizgigs and now I'm one of you.
She takes a closer step to you. She smells you, and she smells your shoulder. She says, "How did you come by to being one of us? Why would Grizgig bite you to turn you into one of our kin?"
He's something I didn't want to do. And then he did it anyway. I told him I was going to think about it.
She bends down and squeezes your shoulders hard, or your wounded shoulder hard,
I
and
whimper.
smells. She's like, "Oh, dear, you are not one of our kin. No, no,
I
you
can
don't need to
smell.
worry about that."
What do you mean? I have heightened senses. I can see each hair on your face so well, and I can smell you like really strongly.
Dude, that's just because you didn't shower.
My my dear halfling, no, the the poison or the curse did not take. Your fortitude was too strong. Now, if you would like me to bite you and give you the gift curse of were rat, I can, if that was what you want.
Uh, should I get back to you on that? I mean,
Very
it's
well.
really
The po-
really traumatizing for me because I just thought I was one of you, and now I'm not one of you, and now you want to make me one of you.
it's about
And
this. It's
I need
about
some
this.
time.
It's about this time that Redrix realizes that he has an errand to run and has to go to his cousin's house, and so he's excuse me, I have to go. I'm sorry, it's an emergency. Something's happening.
Kind of cool. He doesn't go in public. He has to go.
He can't use public facilities. He has to.
Yeah.
I have to go. I have to go.
Oh, is he shy?
And he runs off. She says, um, "Very well. I believe you. You didn't harm any of my kin, and whatever deal you made with uh with Garrigs, well, I hope it's nothing you come to regret later, and hopefully he will not pursue violence against the city folk of Corvosa. I am in your debt to you, and if there's anything I can help with as far as information that I myself or my kin come across, I will reach out to you. How can I reach out to you in the future? She asks.
Have you ever heard of the King of Spiders?
Indeed, I have heard of the King of Spiders. But you are not the King of Spiders.
Yeah.
Okay, so you regale her with the story of being King of Spiders. Okay. And so she's like, very well. If I find any more information, either myself or one of my kin will come to you and relay it. Thank you again for not taking any aggression onto my kinsfolk. She turns to her back to you and turns back as an old woman that you had seen before and begins walking away down the darkening alleys and disappears. Now, it's also should be important for me to remind you that like there has been a disease that's been running rampant for the past week in Corvosa. Like that's what happened. Like when uh, Redrix and uh, Kalen had arrived in Corvosa in the midst of this plague that was causing uh, chronic coughs and virulent pustules to be forming, giving the name, was it the Red Death?
Crimson Death or something?
Yeah, something to that effect.
Did we ever figure out what was causing it?
You did not. You did. You went back to you investigated the shipwreck that night that Kalen and Redrix had arrived. There was a ship in the harbor, and the Kervosan guard seemingly sunk it on orders by the Queen. And so the group investigated that and found links to, I believe, a neighboring country of Ustalav, and it was like a necromantic cult of Urgathoa. There was some kind of robe that was found with uh, a fly with a skull on its back. That was embroidered. It was a symbol that was embroidered into one of the cloaks that was found. You found a Bible, like a Bible of Urgathoa, like a necromantic Bible. You had given it to the priest of Abadar for safekeeping. The priest that Ishani, the one who cured Redrix's niece. But no, you haven't exactly found like an exact cause for this disease. But you have been hearing tales of and rumors of, scores of citizens falling. Most of them, the poorest of the poor. And the streets have becoming, fewer and fewer. More people are staying at home. It's evening now, and you still have that. What was that thing that you have, like the Rock of Communication or something?
Yeah, I got the sending stones.
Sending
Walkie-talkie.
Rocky Talkie. The Sending Stone Rocky Talkie. Huh?
5 stone 11.
Yes, that one. So when you get a call on that thing, does it like beep at you? Does it vibrate?
I just hear the voice.
Okay. So you hear the voice, a familiar voice. Hello? Hey, boss. Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Am I doing this right? And you hear another familiar voice. It's on. You're doing it right. Yeah, boss, can you hear us? Hey, boss, King of Spiders, Lord of Spiders, can you hear us, boss?
I wait a little bit, and then I pick it up like, yes.
Yes.
You hear another familiar voice. Get away, you idiots! I need to speak with Master Findak. It is the voice of golly. How come I can't? I wish I could put labels on these names. I need to put labels on these pictures.
Commander
Cressida,
Crawford?
yes,
Croft?
Croft, Field Marshal Croft is on the sending stone. Master Findak, Master Mithrandir, I hope things are going well. Have you been busy?
Yeah.
You give her a little information about what's happening, or
That's all. We're fine. You can tell us in person. We'll tell you about it in person next time we see you. What's this about?
bless you. Um, no doubt you've been hearing rumors of the scores of citizens that have been losing their life to this plague. We've been having a difficult time with the bodies, of course, and we've recently hired uh, plague carters to collect the bodies, to take them down to the Gray District, where the Temple of Pharasma can bless the bodies and put them into the ground for their final rest. However, there have been rumors of lazier plague carters not delivering the bodies all the way from old Curvosa back down to the Gray District, which so the Gray District is in like the farthest southern corner of Corvosa. It's a long walk with a cartload of bodies. She says, I've sent several guards to investigate, and none have reported back to me. The last I heard was that they were near an alley known as Racker's Alley. I'd like you to go investigate that, if you could, please.
What are we going to be looking for? Just a pile of bodies?
I don't know, honestly. The last I heard was that the carters were dumping bodies there illegally. Go ahead and do a. You can each do a. Uh, you can do an insight check or a history check or just a raw intelligence check.
Wait a second. I gotta learn how to use D&D Beyond.
We got a 20 on intelligence.
Nice. And this makes sense to you, Finnek, because you were kind of into the fencing sort of business, kind of stealing things and being in dark alleyways,
Taking a fence. Putting up fences for people.
putting up fences in dark alleyways. Yes.
All right. What are we rolling for? I'm sorry.
It's okay. Intelligence or insight or history
History.
or even wisdom.
Work that way. Okay, it does work that way. Okay. Got a 26.
Huzzah! You both know the reputation of this alley. So this alley is known for kind of being a hidey hole. It's known for its strange shape that gives shadowy corners. It's an ideal site for illicit exchanges, quiet murders, and other criminal businesses. She says,
As soon as this need to be done.
it's in Old Corvosa. I don't want to endanger any more of my guards. I know that you two are very capable and can handle yourselves better than
Currently, I need a long rest.
you need a long rest. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be right this instant, but when you get a chance, um, there should be guards patrolling the area, but we haven't heard from the ones that we had sent prior. So if you take your time, get your rest, and we can
First
meet
thing in
again.
the morning.
First thing in the morning. Very well. So you make your way back to the back to Eel's End, and you get your rest. Um, so you're all rested up. Did you need to? I guess you're all healed up too. Is there anything you wanted to do in the morning?
Before I go to bed, I'm going to summon my familiar
Okay.
with my last spell slot. And I'm going to... What do I want it to be? I'll figure that out here in a bit.
Okay.
Then get all my spell slots back.
Mhm.
I've got a quick question.
Sure.
Are we level 5 or 6?
Level
5, I
5.
believe.
Mhm.
That's what I thought. Okay. For some reason, all my shit got changed to level 6. I don't know why.
Ooh.
So, I'll change that back. I didn't think we'd 6 yet. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you do that.
Spider. Is that something king of spider? I'll prove it somehow.
Mithrandir, do you do any prep before you go to bed for your long rest or anything like that? Or after your long rest?
After my rest, I'll do the familiar thing.
Cool. Okay, so you both have your familiars. Now, you each know where Racker's Alley is. It's in Old Corvosa. So like your Eel's End is in Old Corvosa. It's on the port side or like along the river. Obviously, because it's in boats. Eel's End is made up of boats on a pier. Racker's Alley is more towards the interior portion of Old Corvosa. But you are able to find your way there, and if you're prepared to go, then you embark.
That's good.
So as
Rich.
you get a stretch. Okay. So making your way through the alleyways and streets of Old Corvosa, you navigate your way to the edge of Racker's Alley. You're approaching the alley, and you see. Why does the ambiance keep shutting off? Anyway, and you see a pair of guards walking. They're just doing patrols. They peek into the alleyway and they come back out and you see a set of a pair of what's it called? The corpse carts. They're attempting. They see the guards walk out of there, and they quickly turn away and continue on their way. The guards seem to be patrolling the entrances of that alleyway. I'll go ahead and populate that. Sorry, let me put you right here. Oops. Turn the fog of war off. Actually. Yeah, we'll do the fog of war off. Can you all see the map okay? Man,
Yes.
man, that is a huge map.
Mounts real quick. I'll be right back.
Sure. Sorry, I'm trying to rescale the map because it's like huge.
Okay.
Okay. So as you approach the alley, you can see there's a shop right there, and I will. Let's see here. What the heck? Oh, okay. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Okay. Where is it? Sorry, I'm looking for a token that I thought I had uploaded it, but I didn't. But no big deal. There. Okay.
I don't see Mithrandir at all.
You do not see Mithrandir at all?
No.
Oh, shit.
Here, let me populate y'all right there. Can you?
There we go.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So as you approach, you can see the sign on a shop that borders the alley, as well as a Corvosan guard posted on this end of the alley. The shop above the door, the sign above the shop reads Gattori's Toys. The shop itself is closed. The Corvosan guard greets you. Good day, masters. Findak and Mithrandir? Yes. Field Marshal Croft had said that you would be coming by, and we would look forward to seeing you this morning.
What's your name, soldier?
It's Bob, sir. Yeah, me and Steven is on the other side of the alley.
There's Bob, sir. Got it.
I'm sorry.
I come from a long line of sirs, sir. Bob, sir, and Frederick, sir, and my mother Martha, sir.
I get it.
What's your last name, my lord?
King of spiders.
Just kidding. Yes, sirs. Field Marshal Croft said you were gonna come by and investigate. We just turned away a rather suspicious-looking cart that was carrying bodies. They look like they might want to come down this alley and deliver more. They shouldn't be. It's a real mess in there, sir, but be careful.
What are you talking about? We're always careful.
So yeah, haven't seen where these parts of bodies are going.
We've seen the bodies, sir. They're piled up down the alley. We were ordered to come here and investigate, or at least look for the previous guards that were sent out just the other day. They never reported back to Commander Croft. We went down this alley as best as we could. We didn't see any trace of them. They just disappeared. But this was the last known location. But they were assigned to come at night. It's probably much safer now in the daytime.
I always do things during the day. Alright, well, I guess we go down the alley and look.
Sure. Now there's also that storefront that's right in front of you too, if you wanted. Giottori's Toys is what the sign above the window shows.
Do you say it's closed or just looks closed?
Why don't you take a look?
Okay. I look to see if there are lights on in any windows.
The window directly ahead of you is dirty and grimy. The front door is locked. The sign says closed. It is dark inside. As you peek through the front glass, you can see awkwardly stitched stuffed animals, poorly equipped toy soldiers, and dolls exhibiting myriad accidental deformities, staring blankly out of the filth-smeared front window of this old toy store. Several heavy-looking kites dangle from purple and crimson tails from the ceiling above. There's a dollhouse recreating Castle Corvosa's intimidating towers, dominating one side of the room on one of the tables, festooned with tiny bells. It's marked private. There's a door you can see across the way, marked as private. You can do a history or an insight or a intelligence. Actually, do either, yeah, insight or intelligence or history. Yeah, those.
The 14.
Got an 8.
Okay, so Findak, you can kind of recall stories of an old Toymaker who used to be he was an ex-convict who attempted to go straight. But the door is locked and appears to be closed.
I'm going to use. So I don't get. I should have Mage Hand, right? But doesn't show up on my cantrip list.
You should have Mage Hand, yeah.
Yeah.
You've used it before. Well, no, you have to have it. You're given one.
You have to, Findak. You have to have had it.
Have to have it.
You have to
Why
have
doesn't
it.
it show up?
You're
Anyway.
a magic-y rogue. You have to have mage hand.
I'm casting Mage Hand in the inside and unlocking the door.
Yeah, you do that. You step inside.
And I go, it's right there. It just magically opens somehow. I don't know.
Amazing how that happens.
I don't know, right? I want one of these creepy dolls.
Do you take a creepy doll?
What else do I see in here now that I'm inside?
Pretty much everything as I already explained. There is a door.
Doesn't sound like anybody's inside the building.
Do a perception check or investigation. Perception or investigation.
9.
You don't hear anything. You don't see anything. There is a somewhat sweet smell in the air. Mithrandir, have you gone inside as well? The door is unlocked now.
I'm gonna hang out at the door.
At the door. Can you do a investigation or perception check?
Sure.
Now it's dim light in here. Blood Veil, that's the name of it.
18.
18. You can see the shelves and the floor and the beams and the rafters of the ceiling caked with dust and cobwebs. This shop has not been open for some time. The only tracks you see in the dust are the ones that Findak have left where he's walked. Findak, do another perception check as I'm imagining you're investigating that whole room.
A 6.
A 6. Okay.
My roller today.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. There's not much that you notice with a 6, but if you choose to spend more time looking,
It's dark.
it is dark. But with some more time looking,
I have my spider help me look around.
you have your spider help you look around. What is your spider's check?
Hey, pull it up and see. Cast perception.
These dolls remind me of like those ugly dolls. That brand ugly doll.
Those ugly ones, like
Yeah, the real ugly ones.
with the teeth and stuff.
Yes.
Perfect. My spiders is a 14.
A 14. The spider finds something that would remind you of a lock box behind the counter in which you're standing in front of. It is locked, though.
Wow, that's my specialty.
Okay. Then go ahead and do a sleight of hand check. Mithrandir, what are you doing?
19.
You said there's a door. Where's that door that said it was private?
So if you go straight south, there should be a door there.
Okay. I'll go check out this door.
As you approach the door, you hear a creaking sound coming from your left. It's Findak. He just popped open this lockbox. So inside of this lockbox, you find 2 gold pieces, 8 silver pieces, and some copper. There's a silver tooth and a brass key shaped like a symbol that you may recognize. Do a religion check. I'll give you advantage on it.
Me or Findak?
Either one, whoever's whoever's looking at it.
First one was a 7, second one was a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
So this symbol is the same symbol that you saw on the Bank of Abadar, where the priest Ishani works at.
Ooh, yeah.
This key has a number on it. Number 261. Now, you're pretty smart. You would recognize that this belongs to a private deposit box in the Abadar temple. As Findak has kind of rummaged through this, Mithrandir is opening the door. The door is unlocked.
And open it.
You open the door. It is dark inside of this room. But you can see.
Are there any torches or candles or anything around the room?
There are none.
Okay.
But what you do see are dozens of glass eyes, crooked and crazed, glaring from their malformed heads, and half-carved dolls laying strewn around the workshop shelves. Rat-gnawed, disembodied doll limbs, miniature rolling elephants, unseaworthy miniature wooden ships, and blocks illustrated with deformed and poorly painted animals, all filling bins and shelves across the room. A cracked wooden door is on the side of... Oh, no, never mind. Forget that. Sawdust covers the floor, and amidst the sawdust, on the northeast corner, is lying dead, a desiccated corpse with uncaring eyes staring up at its creations.
Gross. Findak, gonna come check out this creepy room.
I don't want to go in here. I don't even know why I'm here. I'm only here because I was asked to.
Yeah.
It's dark. I can't see.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that.
It's very creepy. It's all dark in there.
You have a torch or anything?
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
Okay. Cast prestidigitation and light the torch for you. There, I helped.
You got a candle. Cool.
Okay. And now it's a burning candle. Have fun.
Alright, nice. Go on in.
I guess I'll go on in.
Oh, I got a hooded lantern. Alright, that works.
Okay. You have a hooded lantern.
No.
and you see the same sight that I had just described.
All right. Sit in a bunch of glass eyes.
This is his workshop. This is the Toymaker's workshop. So it's just he was. What I was trying to get across is like he is not a very skilled toy maker.
That's
There's a
fine.
reason the shop's closed down.
Now, are the glass eyes just like half circle, like half sphere eyes
you,
that you put in, or is it like full sphere marbles?
Probably a mixture of both, and some of them are like pointing off in different directions.
I was gonna use them as like shit to roll out at people or something like it.
Oh yeah, totally. No, yeah, there's a whole.
A
You find a
regular.
whole drawer, a whole box full of them. You grab yourself a fistful of a halfling fistful of marbles or whatever. Yeah,
Oh, like 5.
you grab 5. You fill up a small leather satchel full of marbles. Perfect. Yeah, that's definitely done. Done. I like it.
This won't come back to bite you in the ass.
Yes. Anything else that I see as I make my way through the room?
Perhaps
If I can actually see.
you can see with that, uh,
Hard lantern, but
with the hooded
roll,
lantern.
roll.
Go ahead and yeah, as you approach the south, you see a hole leading out into the alleyway. You can smell and hear. You can smell rotting flesh. It's been there so long that it's no longer putrid, but almost slightly sweet smelling. But you can see and hear hundreds, if not thousands, of flies buzzing around outside. Go ahead and do perception checks. Yeah, I guess either of you.
13.
11.
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay.
High numbers today.
So from Findak, from your point of Mithrandir, you can't really see much from that
Nope.
far away,
Nope.
but you probably are picking up the smells and hearing the flies. Um, but Findak, what you probably see from a couple of the bodies is that not all of them appear to have blood veil evident on them. But you would need to get closer. Additionally, you also see, Findak, that there appears to be a trap door in the bottom southwest corner of the room.
Alright. Well, I'll move over to it, and then I'll kind of flash the hooded lantern at Mithrandir to get his attention. Even though he can see me, but
Yes.
I don't know that he can see me, so
And I don't want to be in this room by myself, Mithrandir.
Fine.
I
You're the
think
creepy room.
I mean I'm not I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth. I'm not sure if that's what Findak was getting at.
man, I'm not gonna go into places without the wand wizard.
The wand wizard. It's Mithrandir's wand emporium underneath his cloak.
I mean,
This is not a creepy toy shop.
speaking of that, we could turn this into a wand shop for you, since you guys
I have to do a
obviously
lot
know.
of cleaning first.
Hey, I'm sure there's a wand for cleaning. Alright, is the hatch trapdoor thing locked?
It does not appear to be locked from the outside.
Right.
You lift it up, and you see it leads into a small dirt-floored crawl space, about 3.5 feet tall.
Perfect.
It has the same dimensions as the room
Yes, please.
above. I would like you to do a perception check.
Oh, that's a lovely number 6.
Okay. Something from the darkness, the gloom of the dim light reflected from your hooded lantern, two pale hands reach out and pull you down into the basement.
Just had to open the creepy door.
The hooded lantern. I guess you want to see if you hang on to it. I'll let you roll like some kind. You can do strength or dex based or sleight of hand, whichever.
That's a 23.
Okay, so did you want to hang on to the lantern?
Yeah.
Okay. Underneath in the basement, this is what faces you. And Mithrandir, what do you do as you see this happen? Let me do a
Would I have had time to react
Well, do a perception check.
before he got to what did I get? Let's
You
see.
you might see something happening, and it won't be as fast as what happened with Findak, but
Okay, I got a 13, so.
okay, then no. These guys are
Yeah.
really stealthy. Okay,
Okay.
so no, you didn't catch it. This is just as surprising to you as it is to
Oh.
Findak, so we'll go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh.
Let's see.
23.
Did you say 23?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mithrandir, what did you get?
What's it? 9.
9. Solid.
9.
Okay.
I don't like D&D Beyond's dice. These are terrible.
I like them.
So
They're
much
great.
for my physical dice.
Wizard of the
They're
Coast
way
is
better.
bought D&D Beyond.
All right, I got a 16 on.
What's that?
Wizard of the Coast is bought D&D Beyond, I think.
Yep, they sure
I
did.
saw that. So does that mean all of my physical books I can then turn in and get credit for on D&D Beyond?
Maybe, or
Yeah, right.
maybe with 5.5 edition or whatever they're working on, you can buy the books and then you get a digital code. That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. It's the big reason I haven't done a whole bunch of D&D Beyond stuff is I don't really want to buy the book a second time.
I'd do it. I bought it all on D&D Beyond, but now I want the actual physical copies. So, I'm weird like that.
Yeah, it's totally the opposite, so. Yeah.
Okay, anyways, back to this fight. Sorry.
Okay.
Before you
So it's going to be Findak's turn as you get dragged into the basement. That is its surprise round. But surprise, it's not alone down there. There are 3 other of these things down there.
I'm there too.
And you're down there too. We all float down here. It seems to be hanging from the walls, but it's your turn. Okay, there it
I'm
goes.
going to pull out my blade and cast Booming Blade.
Okay, so it's grappled you. It didn't let go of you when it drug you down in there. So Your speed is 0. Yeah, you could pull out your.
I figured like grab like by the arm and maybe the other arm. That's not holding the lantern. I could grab the blade.
Okay, yeah, totally. Is booming blade a cantrip or like a reaction, or is it a full action?
That is an action.
Okay.
So it just casts as I attack with
Oh,
my dagger. So it's a 22 to hit.
okay. Um. Oh, there's one more of these guys. Ah, come on. It also sounded like A Realm is going to sell off this platform to another company.
Yeah.
I think that's stupid, but that's their call.
That was quick.
Yeah.
So
Anywho,
9 damage. So I had 22 to hit.
9 damage, 22 to hit. That's a hit.
That was
9
used with
damage.
the energy. So if it moves, it takes 1d8 thunder damage. If it moves 5 feet.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I yell, "Help me, please!"
These things, like D&D, in certain ways, is a lot harder than Pathfinder. Because in 5th edition, these guys have 82 hit points. There's no way I'm giving them that much hit points in this. At all. That's dumb. Okay. That would take forever. That's not going to happen. All right. So next is going to be the one that has grabbed uh, Findak. It is going to now. Obviously, you slashed at it. You did some damage. It's going to attempt to bite you back. Um, Bless you. It has multi attack. No. Yes, it does have multi attack. Um, it's going to first attempt to bite you. And that is a 20 to hit. Is that a hit? Yep. Okay. You know what? This might be a little too hard with 4 of them. And it only has. There's only 2 down there. Okay. So it's
Go
gonna.
through these really quickly. Put the other 2 back up.
That was a mistake. All right. So it deals 1d6 plus 3. So it deals 4 damage. Now, as it bites you and deals the damage, it seems to become invigorated by this and regains that damage that it just did to you, like back. So, oh, it also does more damage. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's ridiculous. What CR is this? Oh, no wonder. Oh no, it's CR5. I think that should be still good. What is your hit point, Findak? How many hit points do you have?
Total 38.
38? Okay. So that's not too bad. Okay. 2 more. So 9 more damage of necrotic damage goes through to you.
That's all from the first attack on the multi-attack.
The other attacks are made by claws. But since it's grabbed you, I mean, it doesn't make sense to be. You have to let go of you, and it's not gonna risk letting go of you.
Okay. Well, then fuck.
Okay.
I'm using uncanny dodge. When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use a reaction that half the attack's damage against me.
Do you wanna? Did that happen?
I think so. So, I'll go back up 2 from the 4 damage from the bite.
Okay. So I still did. How much damage did I do to you?
Would I have to necrotic or no?
Can you half necrotic?
And would I have to necrotic damage from that too, as the whole attack was halved?
Yeah. I mean, I would have. I would. That's how
Yeah.
I would interpret it. Yeah.
Okay, so round up or round down for half.
Round down.
Yeah. So that was 4 plus 9 is 13 damage total. Halved. 6.
So 6. So this creature regains 6. All right, Mithrandir. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. It's this other thing's turn. It's also going to come in, and it's going to use its claws. So claw at Findak. +3. So there's the first one. That was a miss.
Natty 1.
Yep, straight up miss. I'll give him, and that was a miss too. So miss. Third attack is going to be bite. Oh, it's a +6 to hit. I thought it was +3. Oops. It's a +6 to hit, not a +3. Still would have missed, but anyway. And that the bite misses as well. So maybe you're struggling around so much it just wasn't able to get you with any attacks. So now it's Findak's turn. I mean, sorry, not Findak. Mithrandir, it's your turn.
Hey, Findak, how you feeling?
Oh, fucking lovely.
Okay.
Take your sweet time.
Will do. I'm gonna drop down here, and I'm gonna step to this square here, and I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Oh, okay. What does that do?
I'm gonna need you to make a Wisdom save throw for, excuse me, for all your people.
For all of them?
Yep.
Oh man, okay. I'm not very good at wisdom.
Perfect.
Okay, I got an 8 on one of them and
Good.
7 on the other. Okay, so what
Perfect.
kind of bad
I
thing
love
happens?
this.
All right, what happens?
Both of your people are now charmed and incapacitated for the next minute.
Okay. All right. So they are charmed.
So coincidentally, Findak will have to make the save as well. But if he
Okay.
fails, my next action will be to wake him out of it.
That's a 9.
So my next turn will just be wake you up.
Right.
So
Now this is not
after
a
that,
sleep sort of thing, is it?
no, it is
Okay.
on a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by this spell, the creature is incapacitated, has the speed of 0.
Oh, they are charmed then. You are a very charming elf, and they are charmed by that.
Perfect.
Great. I would like. So I guess Findak, you're able to snap. So Mithrandir, you're able to snap Findak out of this charm then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All I would have, what I've used before, just kind of like slap him around the face, and it'll snap him out of it.
Okay.
The spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake this creature out of its stupor.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Now, both of these creatures are kind of like hanging in the walls and the ceiling like spiders, and they're standing there, or they're kind of crawled, like they're just stopped on all fours. And they've released Findak to the ground, and they're just silently staring at you with their beady red eyes, mouths agape with. And you climb out. Can you both do
Okay.
perception checks?
Perception.
Fucking 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Nice.
13.
And a 13. Okay. So now it doesn't take a massively perceptive person to notice that deeper into this room, you both see in the shadows 2 coffins, plain and simple coffins. There's nothing fancy about them. These creatures above you or around you on the walls, like spiders with beady red eyes and mouths full of sharp teeth, each wear rags. Can you each do you can do a history or a arcana check or a nature check.
Acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Or a stealth. Stealth check would be the best.
17. Arcana.
On their ragged
Nature.
for nature. Okay, so maybe what Findak is most caught up with is this insignia that is on one of their tattered robes. And Mithrandir, what you recall from your studies is that these are known as vampire spawn. Now, to find out more about this sigil that was it wasn't engraved or like embroidered into their tattered robes, more like printed. It's inexpensive, the most inexpensive way to adorn a cloth. But if you want to find out more about this, do a history or a wisdom or investigation.
19 history.
19 history. This symbol is associated with the region known as Ustalov. So now again, that name for the neighboring region that borders Varissia is Ustalov. So again, you find this sigil on the tattered robes of these vampire spawn. Now, that spell, the charm spell lasts for 10 rounds, right?
1 minute.
1 minute,
Yeah, 10
basically. Okay, so 10 rounds, 1 minute. So, by now, they would be coming out of their... Now, you can... I'll give you a moment to like collect yourself if you want to evacuate this area.
Gone.
Just
I'm out of here.
Do you want to get out? Okay.
Yep.
So it's either that or we gang up on one at a time. But okay, we're out then.
If we come out, we can let one crawl up, and somebody can jump on the door before the second one comes
Okay.
up.
Now it is it is daylight outside now, so
You can try to lure it out there.
But do we know that?
Mithrandir would know that these vampire spawns would be heavily dissuaded by sunlight.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
additionally, Mithrandir is standing by a massive, like a gaping hole in the wall that leads directly into the alleyway. There's sunlight coming in through that hole, and it's big enough for each of you to fit through.
Here, come stand over here. You won't get snatched so fast.
Okay.
As I do that, I'm gonna pull out my mirror.
Beaming a light down towards right at the
It comes
trap
up,
door.
yeah.
So right as you escape and are about to close the door, one of them screeches and reaches out and immediately withdraws his hand as you can hear the sizzle of its pale blue flesh begin to instantly erupt in smoke and pulls back down into the darkness, and the trapdoor closes above it. You appear to be safe for the time being.
Oh, let's not do that again. Creepy places don't go underneath
Have
the
any
building.
healing?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Uh-huh. You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Why can't we fight something without keys? So what are we gonna? Did those people look like? They weren't the guards. No, they had the Ustalovs clothes
Yeah.
on.
In a different country.
Yeah.
Well, let's get the hell out of here and go look down the alley and start digging through bodies, I guess.
Sure. So as you
Go
go all the way around, you don't want to go through that hole?
No, there's bodies with. Not all of them have the disease, but bodies have disease.
Facts. So out by... Okay, I'll just go ahead and populate y'all right there. This pile of bodies easily contains over 40 different individuals of varying ages. Some are children, and some are elderly, and everything in between. Now, if you want to get... Huh? Yes?
Yeah, I think it split us up for a bit.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. Findak ran to the top part of the alleyway and then
There you go.
snapped around a bunch, and then everything else was gone.
Okay, can you see the map again?
Okay, and now I'm over here. Yeah, I could see the map the whole time. It just you guys stopped talking, the music kicked up, and then like a minute went by, and then you came back mid-sentence.
Oh, okay. Findak, are you by the bodies, or where are you at?
Yeah, by the bodies.
Oh, okay.
That was weird. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, so
It's not your fault.
there's piles of bodies there. You'd have to get closer if you want to get more information from them.
Glancing over, do I see any guard insignias or coloration of their armors?
How close are you getting?
I mean, not touching stuff, but close enough, I guess.
Do perception checks.
Who wants to bet it's gonna be a 9?
9. You could possibly
12.
12. Okay. You can see a boot sticking out from near the bottom of one of the corpses or the pile that looks vaguely like something a Kervosan guard would be issued. But other things that you notice is that a lot of these bodies are pockmarked with fangs. You know, what you would interpret as like the same kind of fang markings that you have on you now.
I'm gonna be a vampire now too. Not only a were-rat, but I'm also a vampire.
You're just trying to pick up all the different
Yeah, I'm just gonna be immune
diseases,
to
aren't you?
disease.
Mithrandir, you would know from your previous role about recalling information in regards to these vampire spawn is that these vampire spawn do not have the ability to uh, bestow the gift of vampirism on their prey.
You're fine, Findak. You'll be fine. Quit overreacting. You got a little nibbled. You're fine.
We'll see. Next time it gets dark, I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna show up.
If I wake up and you're sucking on my neck, I'm gonna blast you in the face a bunch.
That sounds like a very fun time.
So it is you could spend more time looking through the corpses and digging around, but I think you'd probably feel pretty confident that those vampire spawn were what caused the where the missing guards went to, basically.
So if we want to stop them from continuing this murder spree, we've got to take care of the problem.
Burn down this building. All right.
Now, there are some
Doable.
bodies in the corpse pile that have been exsanguinated, but there are also the blood veil victims in there as well. Maybe do an insight check, each of you. And investigation. Or investigation.
On insight, and I was like, oh, I'll try it on investigation, and I got a 19 again.
Okay.
So,
Miss Randy, what did you get?
Yeah, 13.
Okay. A 13.
I think it's like the highest I've rolled all night.
I'm more investigative. I can see better because I got bit by a vampire, and my eyes are turning to be more accustomed to seeing things that a vampire would see.
Okay,
You got bit
Morbius.
by a vampire's bitch.
Morbius here can see extra good.
Hell
What was I getting at?
Dark vision? About time.
yes. I know, right?
So a lot of these corpses are from the corpse cart drivers being lazy and just dumping them off here instead of taking them across town to the gray quarter for whatever reason, whether it was laziness or I mean whatever purpose they felt they needed to drop them off here. There are some there that have been fed upon. So yeah, something should be done about these vampires in there.
Okay, so hear me out. There's vampire spawn, you say. Like they're not the actual vampire that can't turn
Yes.
us. There's a different vampire here somewhere. And why would these guards and like cart drivers bring it here unless somebody was instructing them who's a vampire that's charmed them to bring him here to feed his children?
So
They're lazy.
The vampire's being smart. He's feeding his kids without actually having to do anything.
Father of the Year.
He's sending people to go drop stuff off here where they're supposed to be taking it somewhere else. It's like, is this even on the way to the Gray District?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, that's an easy way of saying if we're not doing vampires. All right. I'm just saying that. Who's in charge of hauling the dead?
It's a good question.
That's what we need to go look into.
So, what do you propose we do about these vampire
Oh,
squad?
we kill him. We kill him. We kill him. Just saying.
Okay.
There's a bigger picture to look at.
You want to jump back down that trapdoor?
I got your back. You can go ahead and go do that.
It worked really well the first time.
Uh-huh.
With that?
Yes, go ahead. You go first. I got your back. Can we just start stabbing holes in the floor so that the sunlight comes through?
I was actually about to suggest something like that. Start cutting giant holes in the floor.
Well, right now the sunlight is coming through that hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Right there in front of the trapdoor. And right now they're trapped underneath in the basement area because of the trapdoor. You can do an Evil Dead sort of thing, maybe. You wanted to like chain the trapdoor shut. And neither of you have.
Well,
I mean,
I'm looking.
Hmm?
I'm looking to see.
Do either of you have cast life?
No.
Or like this? Well, thank God the paladin's not here.
You're right.
Okay,
The one guy who could actually help us out with this. Nah.
All right. So, I'm thinking we gotta come up with some kind of contraption here.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
I have a bag of ball bearings also. So I'm guessing they're reflective
Okay.
in a sense, right? Was the metal? Is there a way we could just
Well,
have this one?
I mean, they're not ball. They're not. Are they? Are these the ball bearings that were eyeballs that for the
No,
dolls?
no. These are the ball bearings I had from adventuring.
Oh, okay, okay. Are they reflective enough to you polish them? You polish them to you polish your
Says
balls to a
tiny
mirror
metal
finish?
balls. Tiny metal balls. Well, not to get on a tangent,
Not to get
but
the attention.
isn't the moonlight just the sunlight reflected anyways? So
They're-
wouldn't the moon kill vampires?
I don't think it works that way. But I see what you're saying. But it's an excellent philosophical question.
All right, I got nothing, man. What do you got for options?
Burn down the shop with them inside.
They put all the bodies
That's
in there
about all I
too,
got.
though?
It just means they get cremated.
Yeah. We can put all the bodies in there, and then if priests want to come here and bless them, that's fine with me.
That's fine with me.
I'm not hauling these bodies down to the Great
Yeah.
District.
No.
I mean, we did what we could, and there's more to this, and we're taking care of the spawn.
Yeah. How do we jump down the trapdoor? Spells blazing.
All right, you got this.
I might. Well, I could.
No, okay, I got it.
Call a friend.
I got it. We're in.
Okay.
You're gonna open the trap door.
Sure.
I'm gonna have a mirror, and I'm gonna give it to you so you can angle it to wherever you need to go. But I'm gonna jump down in there to like one side, but we're gonna bust a hole in the floor right where that hole is at in the wall. And I'm gonna hide behind the light down there and just start blasting.
So instead, why don't you just
So
use your mage hand and use the mirror,
yeah, that's true. I could do that. Yeah.
and I'll call a friend. I'll call a friend to jump down there and provoke them without the two of us being down there.
Yeah, make it run to like the back corner, and then yeah. Do we have anything strong enough to bust a hole in the floor?
You got your weapons.
Let's chip away at with a dagger.
You
I've
got
got a
booming
great
blade.
sword. It's not really meant for.
Yeah, speaking of that, does the creature move away at all?
Yeah, probably after that they probably took some damage. But it's not radiant damage, is it?
Boom.
Boom.
Thunder damage.
Thunder damage. Okay.
Five thunder damage.
Okay. So have you kind of decided what y'all want to do with the mirrors, or is that what you did with the mirrors? Because that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I'm going to. Do you have anything reflective
It's not bad.
besides your sword?
What the hell's in a wizard's adventuring kit? Inventory. Got a quarterstaff, a spell book.
Do you have to have line of sight for their charm thing or their sleep thing? Oh, actually, they're immune to sleep.
Yeah,
So
it's a
never mind.
concentration. Yeah, it's a concentration. So.
Okay. They're immune to sleep anyway.
And no, well, I didn't put him to sleep.
No, yeah. But I remember you guys have sleep spells or something.
I unlearned it.
Oh, you unlearned
I
it.
unprepared it, rather. I
Okay.
unprepared it. It doesn't work very well anymore. It scales poorly. It's okay. Instead, I just throw fire around and hope for the best. Okay. I think if you can use your mage hand to maneuver that mirror, I can call a friend and maybe provoke them up here.
Well, let me think. Okay, so with minor illusion, could I make it look like there's no more hole in the wall?
Can you make it so that it doesn't look like there's sunlight coming through it?
Yeah. If you create a sound,
For
okay. You create a sound or image of an object within range that lasts the duration. The illusion also ends if you dismiss it as an action or cast a spell again. If you create a sound, its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, someone else's voice. So it continues. If you create an image of an object such as a chair, muddy footprints, or physical interaction with the image reveals it's an illusion. If a creature uses the action to examine the sound, the creature will determine that it's an illusion with a successful intelligence check against my spell save DC. I mean, it doesn't say that. If I made an illusion of like
a wall.
A tapestry over it.
But it's just an illusion. There'd still be light that goes through it.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
So,
Would it though?
I mean,
Yeah, like
why don't you think about it and decide what to do next time we play? We'll leave it like this for now. And we'll see what y'all decide to do for next time. Yeah.